Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Logitech Win Series Season 4, the Valorant Quarterly Tournament. We have Division B. We have a quarterfinals in our hands. Match number 87. It is going to be NA Whiff Masters taking on WG Proximity. Again, Whiff Masters, extremely strong team, has been making a name for themselves in the Valorant arena for the last month and a half-ish. They have been the top dogs around within the top 4 to 6 teams in the country, and has been a challenge for anyone who faces off against them. Team Proximity, on the other hand, is an up-and-coming new team. A bit of a lackluster performance, but they have been performing nevertheless. They have made their way through to the quarterfinals of the Logitech Win Series Division B. So that itself is saying a lot. And mind you, the team qualifying from this will earn a spot in the Division A as well. Having said that, we'll take a quick look at the roster. And joining me as always is going to be Might. We do have Whiff Masters taking on Proximity. Whiff Masters, obviously, I think everyone in the community right now has heard of the name. They've been performing really well. What about Team Proximity? What are your thoughts?
Well, if you do look at the side of Team Proximity, we saw quite an interesting playstyle coming from them. Especially, they are one of the few teams that really like to run a double controller composition. And I want to, again, Team Proximity not as talked about as Whiff Masters, so I want to see how they're going to work out here, especially knowing that the fact that they're going up against such a colossal team that is at the top of the buzz right now. Yeah, and we are going to split by the looks of it. That is so nice.
Yes, it is indeed going to be an interesting setup as well by the looks of it.
Oh, the compositions here, I want to see, again, composition wise, I think we are probably going to see standard compositions from both sides, because it is not a map where you can innovate a lot because of how important that mid control is. Which is why a lot of pro players and all of that, they have this aversion towards split, because it really doesn't allow you to go for a lot of creativity, unlike a map like Fracture for that matter. But again, Proximity, they are going to lock in the Astra on the side of Whiff Masters, so we are going to see the usual composition. Poseidon on Jet, Lucifer on Sage, the Killjoy and the Raze alongside the Astra. Now, again, exactly as I said, there's a double controller setup here on the side of Proximity, as they have a Viper and an Astra, alongside a single duelist lineup with the Raze alongside the Spy. Now, we've talked about the Raze pick, and we know how strong Raze is on split because of the close corners and the capability to do those dangerous and the boom bot to maximum advantage. Again, I want to see how they're going to work together here on the side of Proximity. They are going up against a very big name right now in the scene, and I'm excited to see this match.
I definitely am. The players to watch out for is obviously going to be Ice Speed and Poseidon on the side of Whiff Masters here. When these two guys get going, especially on a map like Split, especially with Raze in the hands of Ice Speed, Definitely one of the better players when it comes to this agent in the country. Does have his satchel movement down to point here, and of course Ice Poseidon on his jet. The operator has been a key factor for Whiff Masters' performance, and of course not forgetting Dennis and even Lucifer and Ghost. Every time that Ice Speed and Poseidon does not perform, it is these three players stepping up and fragging out hard. So they have this backline of players who are able to pull off wins for the team. They are playing for mid control here. Already we do see Dennis having cut across into Vents here, but mid control has completely been given away. So instead they are playing for Rams control as well as Haven, B Haven control here.
Yeah, that is pretty much true. Again,
they do seem to be running it back into A main here by the looks of it, with Dennis approaching from Rams. Loser is going to move himself back up, and Dennis will get the first pick off. There is he will get the first pick here. There is Ghost coming up, and this is going to be good for 2 with Ice Speed backing up on the other side as well. Lishan is on cover here at
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
That is not so spotting out.
That is good. Lishan can do something, but his phone jumps up. He's actually able to
Last player
That's
standing.
huge, but the benches are going to take him out anyway. But it's down to the final play of Stealthy here to try and touch his 1v3, and he's going to get rushed down by Whiff Masters as they take control of the site and the round. Now, there's something that we constantly talk about Whiff Masters, right? Is that all 5 of the players are highly individually skilled, and that any player can step up when they need. Now the thing with team proximity is that they have to show the same level of consistency that Masters have been showing in their age group. And okay, the Viper pick here, I really like seeing the Viper in it. The possibilities that you can do with Viper vary so much, especially with the top screen and the poison of the amount of setup you can have. They are coming.
From Whiff Master, the slow up, the gravity pull, and the pain has been going. If anyone was holding that angle, they would have 100% died there.
There was no way they were going to survive that. But Mr. Main on the Viper here,
Toxin screen down.
As the
They have changed up strategies here.
Ooh, that's a headshot onto the race, but that's unfortunate as Ice Speed has got into sight, but they aren't able to get the fight down. Gets the Spectre on Poseidon, gets one, but 2 kills, that's 2 trades going on side. That's a piece of damage. Loser on the flank here.
Last player
Unable
standing.
to do a lot of work as CJ gets taken down up in
Spike planted.
the B main area. It's down to Loser here with a 1v3 again. Has a classic. Will be looking to do as much damage as possible. I mean, they've already taken down 2 players. One more player, if he can take down, that would be quite huge for the side of proximity. The Nano Swarm is going to stop him from pushing in. It must seem to understand that this is the last player is.
They have a feeling that this last player is that B Haven here. Finally, he is going to peek through. Loser going into sight here. Just for out one, he does manage to dink him once, but it's not going to be enough. Dennis is going to be there for the kill, and it's going to be 2-0 with Whiff Masters in the lead. And the interesting thing about how Whiff Masters play is that on their entry, if you do check it out, they are so clean on the entry, very well coordinated, especially in that first round when they were attacking A side. We didn't see Dennis and Ghost peek through ramps until the push came through a main there, and as soon as the push was coming through a main, that's the time that they peak. So there is always going to be a trade in case they miss their shots, and we did see Dennis go down, but the trade was there from the boys coming through a long, and likewise hitting B side here. Of course, they were on a
Placing alarm bot.
so it was
Boss
a set
coming
up
back.
here. Right now, again, they are fighting for mid control. This map has almost always been about this mid control exploit. Loser is going to be able to cut across here.
Loser holding a very dangerous off angle. If he's able to get at this one hand, he's going to face the ball back. You know, he's actually sticking around. That is such a big ball break here from Loser, not falling back, but he's actually doing damage. The race, that's utility. All of them wasted the gravity. No, Loser has to get out of there as quick as possible. Able to get out and not expect players to be pushing it. From it, he's actually going to get away. How does he do that? He has chased up by 3 players, but Whiff Masters realizing that the game plan is not to take out that one single player, but they're gonna regroup and try and hit into the heaven. Astro Stars is gonna replace immediately, and that's gonna push their lead off the side. He's gonna try and play the back side here in CT, try and disrupt the push coming in. Mint is able to
30
get one.
seconds
Mint
left.
trying to go for the run and
Last
gun, not
player
looking out,
standing.
and his partner is there to help him out. Lucifer gets one, Lucifer doesn't get the second, and Stealthily who is able to hold on in that B side, playing very intelligent, playing with a lot of game sense there. That's gonna be the first round of the side of Team Proximity, closing out the first gun round. Now, can they carry this same consistency to the next gun round? That is where the question lies, because we know if Masters start snowballing, there is no stopping them whatsoever. So they have
That
to
was
try
all
and
off of actually that previous round was all off of Lishan's smoke at mid, which gave a one-way on Poseidon, and loser was able to find the first strike there, and that kind of put a stall onto the attack that was coming through. And again, it is going to be for that strike again, and left out in market with Ghost against full garage. They are going to break this wall. He's in a corner, he needs to be careful. They are going to be clearing this. On him, loser is going to be good. One is going to be good for 2 here. Good for 3. This
One
man is on
enemy remaining.
absolute fire here. Mr.
Flawless.
Milligan takes out Dennis as well as Ghost. Jesus, it's a 2-man show here for Team Proximity, cleaning out with Masters, and that's going to force Whiff Masters onto a save, making it a 2-2 and building up on that economy that Proximity has again.
But like Terra, the thing is, they had the read. They had the read that there was someone there. They even used utility. They used a satchel effect. They used a gravity well. But Rooster still having the mechanical skill and the presence of mind to stay calm and get 3 strikes off of that position, just shutting down that entire push by Whiff Masters. Now Whiff Masters are going to be safe.
They are playing for this mid control with coming in. A loser is going to be backing away. The run and gun not working.
He's not stopping. What? High speed is not stopping. He's just running into the enemy. So that's gonna be a trade opportunity, and that's exactly what happens as Poseidon is able to cover that Phantom. Now this Phantom, if Min doesn't show himself, but Min gets figured out, and the Noah Pulse coming in from the back lines, he is gonna stun Poseidon, but Poseidon is stuck in a 2v1. The Killjoy is inside alongside. He's actually pushing Spawn. They seem to be expecting this. That the turret there completely ruining
You
the
should
chances
run.
of getting into Spawn. Now they know that one player is in heaven.
Last player
That fish
standing.
locked on this, and the knocker is going to be taken down immediately. Poseidon able to get the third on the round. He has to assist, flush it out. He has to assist to win this. He's going to escape that push.
30 seconds left.
Headshot angles. He's playing the headshot angles. He sees one. Gonna go for the spam. Doesn't see anything. He has to fall back. I don't like this. He's buying a lot of time, but the Astra Star. Oh, that Astra Star is gonna be huge. If Poseidon has to set plant here now. A fake plant again coming in, trying to bait this place to come and push.
10 seconds left.
Push coming from 3D, but I like what they're doing. They're playing together. The Thatcher, he's gonna push the way Poseidon. That is so unfortunate. But he's gonna plant anyway. Gonna stick it this time.
One enemy remaining.
He gets Poseidon with the play.
You should have seen your faces.
Poseidon, what a play on the Jack plays that round. Purely off of Ice Pit's impression there with the face in the heaven. He's able to get that frag onto the face and recover that Phantom. That is why I said the Phantom would come in huge if Poseidon was able to survive. Just survive he did, and he had so much impact acing here, and that's gonna be a slap on the face for the side of Proximity. That was a 1v3 they lost. A 1v3.
It started off with a save on the side of Whiff Masters, and they brought it back with that rifle on the hands of Poseidon. And like I said, if High Speed and Poseidon get going, it's going to be trouble for Team Proximity, and they are going to have to hold the draw here. Meanwhile, again, playing for mid control, they still really haven't attacked Ace side other than that pistol round. The Astros are going to The smoke going to delay things.
Poison orb emitting.
Mint has to hold this precision. He has to get his be good for at least 2. Because the problem with this precision, playing with this precision especially, is that it would open up a lot of area because he will put his player side, but he's gonna get a little more support now as the spy is going to come in to help him.
Fire in the hole!
Those they are holding mid with
You want to fight it?
anyone got nice to
Oh my god, I speed.
what an entry there is doing so much such beauty.
30 seconds left.
The benches though are gonna do a lot of damage to the 2 players inside. Ice Speed is going to get down to 60. He's actually going to get the kill off the stage, and that's going to be Ice Speed. Ice Speed wants to ace as well, probably. I mean, he has to be on the ground. He wants to get this goal. And pressing. They're not able to land the shot on the head. The mid shells are huge. That push that stops the push. Ice Speed coming in. Ice Speed actually
Last
just
player
wants to get
standing.
So bad. He's going to get one. Ice Speed going to clean up with a 4 for him on the round. The duel is on the side of Whiff Masters. Coming alive. And proximity. You guys need to come up with something to stop this. Because Poseidon and Ice Speed both are feeling it right now.
I think it was Mr. Mint there. He did manage to get that one on entry, but not finding another. He did have the angle. He did have a good position there, but only finding one during entry wasn't enough. And Ice Speed just going absolute ham. The spray transfer to the players dropping in from Haven on the side of team proximity was absolutely perfect from Ice Speed. Picking up the 4K, I mean Poseidon with an ace, Ice Speed with the 4. I mean these two guys are just absolutely going ham. And since Viper was playing at B side the entire time, they have decided to go in for an A push because they know that Viper does have their Viper Spit ready. And he still hasn't used it, which I thought they might actually pull it up to secure mid for themselves, but they really have not popped it. Maybe trying to use it on for retake here. But right now still 3 players huddled up at mid here for the side of Whiff Masters, waiting for the action to go down. The Viper Smith is going to go there. And now the information has been given away. Viper Smith is time being. This is going to be good for 1, but
You
the
will
side
not
did get
kill
played,
my
and now
ally.
the is coming out as well. Going to be trouble. CJ picks up
Spike
one.
down
All the
A.
players coming through. They go out trying to delay him. Line there as well. They are scrambling here. Finds one. No, he does not. Dennis is going to be good for the kill, and this is going to be trouble for team proximity. It's going to be a 4v3. Meanwhile, as I said, that still
enemy
gets
remaining.
to Lishan with
Spike
another.
down A.
That's the entire push
30
on the
seconds
side
left.
of team Whiff Masters being halted, and mind you, they invested the resurrection as well. They invested another resurrection on resurrection action here, but it is going to be proximity cleaning things up, making it a 3-4 here. Team Whiff Masters being pushed back hard.
Again, the thing with that round there is Raze on the side of proximity. Stealthily, he played that so well, realizing that there was a heaven push coming on him, not taking the fight initially. Instead of getting traded, what it was, he went back into screens and played with Lishan. So Lishan gave the information immediately as they dropped out of heaven, which helped Stealthily get those 2 frags to the side, and also to stop that stage wall push that was coming in from
Still
Stealthy.
pulling them in.
Again, I really like how Stealthy is playing here, not just being the blind aggressive, but being a player who
They are going in with the pain shells, going to at least split the angle for the time being, but complete heaven control has been taken at their side here. But it's going to be Lishan as well as
a lot of
CJ.
utility used here. Stealthily with the showstopper gets one.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Doing so much work. It's down now. Not do anything as Mr. Mint is gonna spam him out with the phantom. That's gonna be proximity surviving all strong here. Coming back strong after that one ace clutch by Poseidon.
This is actually going to force Whiff Masters into a same Poseidon. Of course, does have his Bladestorm up. He will pop it for this round, while the rest is going to be most probably on Sheriffs by the looks of it, buying into half shield Sheriff. Yes, it is going to be on, everyone's going to be on Sheriffs basically, other than Ice Speed, who is going to go in for that Frenzy. things are not looking good for Whiff Masters here. This is not the
Get
team
out
that
of my
we're
way.
seeing. They are losing out on the duels after those two clutches. They might try a single
Purely
entry
off
through
of,
mid.
it's purely off of how proximity is positioning themselves, right?
Loser already
They have
finds
been
one. Things have slowed down. Loser with that initial pick off at Garage, who was on top of the wall. He was actually on top of the wall to find that first pick. Meanwhile, Poseidon with the blade storm picks up one.
ooh, Poseidon, that's huge on the Jet get one. Now that is the Poseidon has the base from, he is very strong
Spike
on this.
down.
Finds
B.
another as
How
well, but
good
the
is
trade is
it?
going to be there. They are going to go in, but the dash is going to get blocked. But Dennis is going to be good for the kill now. This is really good save round coming down to the last two players here. They will get the plant down. Yes, they will. Stopping it for the time.
One enemy remaining.
Down to the last man. The
Thrifty.
right click is going to be good from Poseidon, and they clean it up. That's another save round being brought back in the hands of Lucifer as well as Poseidon there.
Get Poseidon on that blade, stop doing so much work. That is what you want to see from a Jet, is that the confidence on Poseidon really just carrying Whiff Masters through this game.
Poseidon still has the Viper Spit, which he hasn't used to take control of this
Let's fly.
mid, which they have been attacking the entire time, but it is going to be a full-on air rush. This is not something they have done before, but CJ, they don't know that they have to do it.
They're all stuck in a hobby. What orbital strike they could have done? There were a lot of people who have in the lineup. And walking double push also against Win gets one bomb by the addition. High speed and Poseidon and doing so much work. Still they have to get he's gonna get taken out, but the trade comes down to 2v3. Please shot puts it down for 2v2. Shot has
Spike planted.
Proximity just had the resurrection. Gonna get up for the Astra. Try and play in the back of the screens. Now the Dino's gonna stop push coming in from City.
They do have an Astra here if they want to use it.
Shot. Trying to push in. Loser is gonna actually not able to get the spam on the
Last player standing.
Shot will take it down there by Ghost. Loser here. Something trying to gather something. He has a two flip that gun. But they're gonna run away. They're gonna try to run away. They can stand it down as Whiff Masters are able to close it out. They go up 6 rounds here on the attack on split.
This is still decent for them because this is a fairly defense-favored map if played properly, and I think Whiff Masters are still going to be very happy with what they have done. Obviously expecting to do more, but they are going to be happy with how far they have got. Maybe make it a 8-4 half.
Yeah, I mean, Ghost does have the lockdown charged up as well, so that might come in really clutch if they really they won't use it here. 3 ultimates on the side of Whiff Masters, costing by the lockdown and the
You are divided!
proximity, holding onto that Viper.
You should run.
They commit everything here, the Astral Divide as well as the lockdown comes through for team Whiff Masters here, but this will be at least once they're caught in Loser. He's going to stick it here. He will get one is clearing the angle.
No way, he has skipped caught free. He's actually going to come in.
What?
He's gonna get blue. Oh no, that is so tight.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Get removed of him. 1 second, he got 3 free kills there, but there is the Astra. It's now only shot in the 1v5. I mean, it's not the best of the boy. He's gonna actually just out there and get pushed away by the Astra charge, but he's gonna spray down anyway. And that's gonna be
Last round before the switch.
him.
That was the funniest that I've seen Loser being not cleared. I mean, they knew that they detained one player. They were looking for the detained player for such a long time. They couldn't find him, and Loser was like standing there looking at everything that was happening, unable to do anything. I think half a second here or there, he might have been able to get a few stops and maybe turn the entire round on its head. again, still the Viper's Pit has not been used by Mr. Mint. I feel like he should be using this to gain control, and he can get gravity pulled here. And not fact that he was spotted out. Now, he's thinking about it.
Loser is in B. Is in B, man. He's holding his angle with the stage wall. Again, this is not something that we haven't seen from him, but the ball is going to get taken down. Now that puts him at a very vulnerable position. Where do you run now if you are cleared?
Will he get the tap here? They are going to be crossing through his crosshair. Dennis, Ice Speed might actually be the first person knowing.
What a shot at the time that the
You will not kill my ally.
as the resurrection comes in immediately. That is the most annoying thing. When you get that first pick off, you get one
DJ with the flick.
DJ is holding advantage of just one.
Fire in the hole!
The Guardian
30 seconds left.
The showstopper invested. Getting to side ice speed though. He's gonna try to into the back side.
And Lishan though.
Out the Astra. Out the so much. But Lishan has
Spike planted.
They don't know that he's this low. They don't know he's gonna be the best. The showstopper cleared him out. Lucifer though gonna get spotted by the team, but he has done what he has made. He's part of the rotation.
Satchel out.
And trying to do something here. Ice speed. Satchel is trying to do something.
One enemy remaining.
Gonna go for the spam. He's gonna try and rush down the fighter player. Sees they can only get one can only go much with the Guardian. And gets
Switching sides.
That's gonna be Whiff Masters 8 rounds here, and as the side switch on them.
I should play some Astro Stars in this reality.
Now,
Very good buffer to have.
And yeah, on the second half, look at this is where I want to see the Viper coming through, especially on the side of boxers, because they have to find which is Viper come and getting more aggressive execute. Because we didn't see the Viper come into a lot, having a lot of influence on the round.
Yeah, I mean, he had the Viper's Pit up the entire time. We did not see him pop it even once. I think popping it is so important because you pop it in mid, you leave Viper inside the pit, and he is able to fend for himself. That allows another player to go and hold a different angle. It just clears out the one separate area entirely.
DJ gonna fall back. Oh, the jump spot actually spot the play, but not able to get the damage off of that. Now, still
Out of the charges. Obscuring vision.
Look at this goal by Dennis and the Sage.
The crossfire.
This is such an annoying crossfire.
Crossfire.
That's exactly what happens. Look at that, Lucifer holding so close. You are caught in the crossfire as two players just completely gets deleted. That's gonna be three players stuck in mid, having nowhere to go, no control of extremities, no utility whatsoever to play around with either. Then he has to go for to try and clear out heaven. But not using. But look at the current placement here by Ghost.
Turret's destroyed.
As they take turret now, Ghost has to be careful of the main one. They are stuck up there. Lishan is
30 seconds left. Last player standing.
Ghost actually gets one. Lishan.
I have more tests to run.
And that's gonna be Whiff Masters going up 9 rounds.
This will most probably be double digit for them. They are going to be able to buy up full here, and he's going to throw proximity into a save. Yeah, they are going to save.
You are down 8, you're down 4-9.
Placing sentry.
I don't think it's a very bad decision to try and surprise the enemy team to get and somehow force a round on your head. But it's a very high risk play because the consequences of that would really spread through the entire half and almost guarantee a loss if you do lose that round. But it's a good way to try and make, because then you will be able to build up proper economy on your team. The Sidon though is
bomb grenade out.
The first Sidon gonna get the second, he's gonna get the third. No, is so huge by Poseidon. Stuck in
Last player standing.
to play from as well, and that's gonna be the two Spectres on the Astra Joy, cleaning up those final two kills, and that's gonna be the 10 on the side of Whiff Masters.
Double digits on the board for these guys, and they are looking to close things out, not trying to give anything away, but now the full gun round coming out from proximity, they need to definitely win this, because if they lose this, it's going to throw them into another cell. Look at the eco. I think Mr. Mint is only one with even 300 in the bank. The rest of them are down to absolute zero here, so they really need to win this round to try and basically have a chance. Otherwise, what is going to happen is it's going to throw Whiff Masters into match point.
It really is, and that's not a good position to be in mentally as well, because you are now trying not to lose, and a very different way of playing not to lose, and a very different way of playing
Scout
to win.
destroyed.
Trailblazer doesn't really get a lot of information as look at this positioning by the Astra on Whiff Masters. Oh my god, this is just all the way up in the inside the Hero Nebula.
Enemy
He's
down.
gonna get shot, but he's gonna get the first on to Testament. He's not gonna get traded at all. That's just not a good situation at all. He's not able to get land the shots on the player as well. That's 6 HP. He's gonna get. He's not gonna get them. He's actually gonna get
one enemy remaining.
Spike
down A.
Down to final player of Lishan trying to do something. Lishan gets one, but he's stuck in 1v3. Gonna grab the to help him out. No, that's a nice pick out of the Killjoy, but Poseidon is there to close it out, and Whiff Masters well and truly having a stranglehold on this game.
Looked a bit shaky during the attack when
BYB fam, going to Astral to do them Astral Guardian things I do.
Now they are back in form, just cleaning things up, and Ghost is actually, wait, what? He's going to stick to his Stinger. Not a gun that you would see anyone stick to, but he's going to be sticking to it, and he's judged in the hands of them, obviously saving 3 guns from the previous one. They are going to be holding on to it.
Pulling the obscuring vision.
I want to see where Ghost is going to play. I want to see where Ghost is going to play with this Stinger. He's actually playing a very close up in heaven. He's waiting for that push to make the
Spike down B.
Good position, but not when the rays on their side. High speed is gonna get one through the smoke. It's down to Lucia here, trying to get a shot off with the Sheriff, but high speed is just pushing in. He gets one. It's down to Mr. Mint here to try and do something, but goes position with the Stinger. This position with the Stinger, you see why he's stuck with that gun. If someone just try to push him, it's just so much better. But the back outside, not actually land the shot out to high speed. It might that much better. But he's what's the other player? He's gonna get the body shot off.
Last player standing.
Wall off and
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
Left in a one. And yeah. Ghost is gonna scan it down with the Stinger. And that's
match
point. Looks like he is.
I would love it if he does. Who is actually going to stick the Stinger? What a guy, man! What a guy! You know, if someone did this to me in rank, one of my Killjoys is gonna stick to the Stinger the entire time. That would have been the time when kill starts to happen.
Poseidon has actually forgotten to buy. Okay, he buys now. So
thank God. This is so dominant. They get most fundamental things because they are just so good. Okay, look at this Astro Smoke. This lulls proximity into a fake sense of security because they assume that a man is smoke, but it has a huge hole which allows the jet to peek. That's Poseidon is. He actually gets shot. That's
coming back.
Down. That's the race down. I mean, the trade comes in immediately, but yeah, they're getting flanked here by Ghost. Ghost has a Stinger. Oh, this is the perfect gun for this situation. He gets one.
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
They can't rush him as well. He has a Stinger.
No way.
It's the
No way!
One enemy remaining.
The kill shot. With the six, winning the round.
Defenders win.
I set the punishments on them.
Dominance there, game 4. Huge round. Huge game here coming from the side of Whiff Masters, showing us why they are the up and coming team in the scene in Sri Lanka right now.
Yeah, and it is going to be any Whiff Masters taking a very dominant win. I mean, like I feel like they weren't even really pressured. I mean, look at this scoreboard right now. Poseidon with 20 kills and Ice Speed coming in with 13. Again, Poseidon with that ace popping off and putting the medal to the gear for Whiff Master, then even Ice Speed picking up a 4K the round afterwards, just getting that momentum going. But I think the highlight of that entire match was Ghost with a stinger to close out that final round, getting that 2K as well as the spike carrier. And I think interesting play coming out from Whiff Masters. I think they are one of the strongest teams. They are favorites to win Division B, but they are not actually the favorites to win Division B. Is actually WG New Order, who they might have to face off if they keep up this run. Whiff Masters might run into them in the finals of Division B, but we'll have to wait and see how that unfolds. So we do have more matches coming your way tomorrow at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. From the Logitech Play to Win series. It's 135,000 rupees in prize money across the two divisions. A lot of money on offer from Logitech. And if you're in the market for some new peripherals, do check out everything that Logitech has to offer in terms of keyboards, mice, headsets, mouse pads, you name it. They have you covered on all fronts. And of course, I myself am using a G502. No joke. I can show it to you. It's a G502 Hero 16K edition. It's a wired one. You have the wireless version of this as well, and it's on a G240 mouse pad as well. So if you do want to get yourself some Logitech peripherals, do check out what they have to offer. Having said that, I will be signing off with Might. Do join us again at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. tomorrow. More action-packed Valorant coming your way. Quarterfinals on the line and semifinals to follow afterwards. So a lot more Valorant to be played in this Logitech Play to Win series. So until I see you again tomorrow, see you guys. Hope you have a lovely night and a great day tomorrow.